Hi everyone. So it's been quite some time since I uploaded a new tutorial. So today we are going to again discuss on some of the important topics, but then we will start with another important thing here. I have created a Google site which will act as a repository to various important links, and then as and when I will get time, I'll keep on enhancing this site, and then we will try to make it in such a way that if you want, you can post your queries also online, and I'll get back as soon as possible whenever I have some free time. But the whole idea of this website, again, as I said, like it would act as a repository. You'll get all the links here. I mean, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you click here, it will take you to the channel. You can subscribe here if you have not done it till now. And then other details: Google Plus, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook page, my email ID, and other things. I have also given the purpose of this website, and then some of the important links like the videos which I have uploaded on YouTube till date. So if you click on this link, it will show you all the links of the videos which I have uploaded. And obviously I'll update this site today with one more link for this particular video. Then people who could not download SAP GUI, I was able to download it from torrents, and then I have just uploaded that file over here. If you come here, it will take you to another link, another page, and then from there you'll be able to download it. Basically what I have done, I have uploaded that in Google Drives, and from there the link is coming here, so you can just click here and then you can download and install. Let me know if you are able to do it. And then I have also given a brief description of different modules in SAP. Of course, this is a copy paste of some of the link, some of the contents available over Google. So because I don't have patience and obviously don't have time to write such big article, so but then for the sake of convenience of everyone, I have just copied it here. So all you need to do, you go to Google, then put Google site plus LETSUSABAP without space. So the very first link you can see here. So I'd request everyone just put it in your favorites if possible. I recommend this site by doing a +1. So, and in future I'm going to upload few sample FS, I mean functional specification, sample technical specification, code review templates, and then a sample resume of an ABAP consultant. So these things I'll keep on doing as and when I get some time. So I mean, as a whole, it's going to be very helpful for the people who want to enter into SAP, especially ABAP, and then they want to get a feeling of a real-time environment. And then slowly, once I'm able to complete the course, I don't know when, but then yes, whenever I'll be able to complete the course, I'll also try to provide at least 3 to 4 real-time objects from each area, so that you can get a proper feeling of the SAP projects. Even though I have explained many things in my earlier videos, I would request you to keep on going through in your free time again and again, so that it will help you to be prepared for the interview. And obviously, if you have any queries in between, drop me an email on this. I have been getting emails from, I won't say many, but then couple of people who are seriously probably watching these videos. So they send me an email, and then obviously I give them a reply. It won't be an immediate reply, but then yes, I'll try to revert back to everyone. So that's the commitment. So the first thing, just add this site, Google site LETSUSABAP, and then put it in your favorites so that you can refer this as and when possible. If possible, give a public recommendation on this by doing a +1. So that was the first thing. Second thing, yes, we'll go to our virtual desktop now. So some of the things which I am going to discuss today is, yes, so whenever we write a code in SAP, it's supposed to go through a quality process, and then every project will have a quality review template, a quality review technique. So the template would typically look like this. Maybe I'll create a sample template in front of you. So let's wait till the time it gets open. Yeah, looks like it's open now. So I'll just create a sample template for you so that you'll have an idea that how a sample, how a code review happens in real-time environment, and then what all things we need to do there. So SAP also has provided couple of tools, inbuilt tools, which would help you to do a quality check. So obviously, when we do a quality check, there are two things. First thing is the coding standard. So coding standard which every project would have. For example, as I mentioned earlier, my internal table should be like IT underscore VBAK. My perform subroutine should start with F underscore something. My include would be like this. So there would be some kind of nomenclature in every project. So that nomenclature basically helps to maintain the quality so that whenever there is a new developer comes in, he can go through the coding standards and then he can easily understand the program. So that is the ultimate purpose. So it will have few things as an input. For example, program name, that would be first thing, then PR, transport request details, then it will have system, means in which system it was developed, and then it will have developer's name, then date, something like this, then reviewed by, approved by. So some of the things will be here, something in this way. The look and feel might vary, but then this is how it's going to look. Then yeah, object type, whether it's an executable program or it's a module pool or it's a function module, something like this. So this would act as a header of this, and then we'll go to the line items. Now you know what is a header and line item. So it will have some points here. For example, each loop, inside loop used in the program. There would be a sentence like this, and then let's say I am the reviewer, I need to read this sentence and I need to provide an answer. Yes. So if yes, then there would be, let's say, some kind of hint here. So here, let's say yes, which means it's not allowed at all. So it's not allowed at all, something like this. Then there would be like it's binary search used in read. Yes or no. If no, then you have to give an explanation, because if everything is no, then we cannot pass this object and then we cannot move it into the next environment. Then it will be like one tab would be questions, next would be screenshots. Now, so you'll be having some, I have seen projects having 45 to 50 questions here, and then a code reviewer, they really get a tough time, provided the code review is done seriously. So they really get a tough time doing this, and then basically it's a good idea to do it because it basically minimizes the risk, and that is the objective of doing a quality. So minimizing the risk means any garbage should not go as a part of our code. It should comply to a particular coding standard. So that is the expectation from the client as well, and that's why they pay us good money. Now coming to the standard tools provided by SAP. So let's say I have this program. Now what I need to do, go to program, check, So syntax check you already know. Extended program check. So extended program check itself is having some inbuilt things provided by SAP. Now whatever you are seeing here is also available in transaction code called SL. Don't know what is this. Yes. So we have transaction code called SLIN or SLIN. So if you see this, both are same. I just did a navigation from the main program. Now I'm going to, so let's come out of this for a moment. Let's work here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to execute an extended program check for my program. If I execute this, so it's going to execute all these things. I mean all these checks, standard checks, as a part of SAP standard quality check. That is called extended program check. You should be aware of this term, and that is why I am explaining this here. So in a proper project where everything is followed properly, this will also be a part of that. Now once we get the result, we need to check for all the errors, because there should be no error found in EPC extended program check, because if there are no errors, which means there are no risk involved in that code. Now obviously for everything another there would be some standard program written, so it will take its own execution time. First time it will load everything into buffer, and then next time. So you can see there is one error, there are 6 warnings, there are 2 messages. So messages we can avoid, warnings we can avoid, but then this syntax check error we cannot avoid. So you need to do a double click, and then when must be the first statement after a case statement. So I need to go here, double click there, it will navigate there. So this sentence is written at wrong place. Whenever you use case, there should be when. So I can go to change mode. Okay, this is one thing. Now so you see what I'm going to do here is, little slow. This one is in edit mode, I believe. So as you can see that in one of the sessions this program was opened in change mode. So in the other session it won't allow me to open the program in change mode. So this one is display mode. Now if I come here, this one is change mode. So again another important concept enters here. There is a transaction called SM12. So if I go to SM12, if I do a list here for this user, which is my user, so you will see a log object created here by SAP itself. So that is the purpose basically, to protect the consistency of the data. So already because someone is editing, you cannot edit it. System is little slow, so we have to live with that. See, so there is an entry on this particular thing for this user. Now what I can do, I can delete this entry. Obviously you don't need to do that, I'm just telling you the concept. Because of this entry I was not able to edit it in a different session because it was already opened in an edit mode. So what they did, they put a lock object on this, and then I will give you more details when, because lock object is still pending. So the other thing is that initially I thought that I'll finish everything within a month or so, but then now I think you guys have to be patient, whosoever is following these things seriously. So I think it's going to take a little more time, but then you keep on referring to the tutorials and then other material available over Google. So it will help you to build your case in a better way. You can gain more knowledge. So yeah, so what I can do, I can just comment this, I can activate this. Something happened to this one. It's taking a lot of time. Okay. Now if I do code inspector for this, now you can see even this is also in edit mode, but not this. Basically this one is an include. So if I do double click on this one, it's a new log entry created now. So if I do an EPC and execute this, you'll see that there is no error now. So that error is gone. Now if I again enable this sentence, I'll show you one more magic that you are not supposed to do, but still should be aware of. If I do an EPC again, this error is coming. If I do a double click here, it says I can put a sudo comment on this. This message cannot be hidden using a sudo comment, but then there are errors wherein it will mention that this message can be hidden using a sudo comment /ec1234. So what you need to do, copy that /ec1234 and put it next to the sentence like this /ec1234 like this. So by doing this, this error will be removed from SLIN. So anyway, that is something you are not supposed to do. So you need to take a screenshot wherein there is no error and put that screenshot here, somewhere here. Then the other thing is we have a T code called SCI. Now this T code is the code inspector provided by SAP. So SCI means SAP Code Inspector. In this, what we can do, we can go to an object set, we can create our own object set. I'm not going to create it now. It will be created by the TL or the PM, technical manager. They will go and create, let's say, G object something. They will go and create. So what we can do, whatever coding standards we have in our project, we can go and configure it using SCI. So in this one, what happens, we'll give the nomenclature. My class would start with this, function group with this, program with this, everything we can put here, and then we can create this. So this configuration will be done by some senior guy, and once this is configured and once this is saved in the system, then the next thing you need to do, you need to go here, give the transport request name, display, and then let's say I'll go and get the TR. Let's say this TR, this is my TR, let's say this one is my final TR. So what I can do, I can go and get this TR here. This is only when this part is done by the senior guy and they have advised you to do that. Go here, do a create. So by doing this, it will automatically put the coding standards in the buffer, and then it will apply that coding standard to this transport request, and then give the TR again here and execute this. Sorry, request, we have to select request, my mistake. Select this, delete this again, execute. So this is the code inspector. So two things, EPC and code inspector. So obviously there is no variant because that will be created by the senior guy, as I mentioned earlier. It will come here. So it will obviously vary from project to project. So this variant will actually contain the coding standards of that particular project. So let's say there are so many things I can take any one of this default, I can execute this. So whatever coding standard is configured in default, it will be applied to this TR. And then you'll get some result there, and then if that is matching with your coding standards, your code is matching, then there won't be any errors, and then you can take a screenshot, you can put the screenshot here. So you need to give two screenshots in the Excel sheet. One is EPC, other is SCI. So this is also an important concept. See, this is being applied here. It will take some time, step by step, and then it will show the result. So let's go back to our agenda. Removing this from here. So the inspection was carried out successfully. We need to see the results. Let's see what magic was done by SAP. Now this one is green. So you need to take the screenshot of this, and then the next one, whatever we are going to see here. Put everything in that Excel sheet. Attach that. There will be a folder related to that particular object in some shared drive. You need to attach the screenshot there, or you can put this Excel sheet there. So you can see whatever error is coming here, that has to be removed. So messages are, so whatever, it's okay. We should not put breakpoints, hard breakpoints, message is not proper. Breakpoints, it should be removed. So whenever you write a neat and clean program, this won't come. So these two things you have to do as a part of any standard project. I'm not talking about any local kind of project. The standard ones, good clients are there. So I hope you have got the concept now. Now we'll talk about layouts in ALB. So if I execute this report, so as I told you earlier, we can just drag and drop, change the layout, and then we can save it using this. Now there is another option. So these layouts will be called variants in SAP, obviously in terms of ALB. So what we need to do, there would be, at times what happens, user will say that I need to get my own layout. Whenever I execute this report, I have already executed and saved the layout. Every time the same layout has to come. So he doesn't want to go here and select the layout every time. So you need to explore it from your side. It's very easy. Go to SE37. use LV. So what we can do, reuse LV variant F4. Using this, whatever variants were already saved, those variants can be called in F4. So what you can do, you can create a parameter on your selection screen, and whenever the user does an F4, you need to call this function module so that it will show you all the possible layouts which were already saved by the user. And then once that is selected, capture the value from that one and then call this function module reuse LV variant select. Using this, you can choose a particular variant. So that way, so just Google it out and try it out on your own. Create a simple ALV program, capture a particular variant using F4, choose that variant and then apply in your output. You have to pass that variant name here, remember. So I hope that should be clear. If not, just drop me an email. Debugging pop-up, I believe I have already explained this. I don't know where from it came to my mind today, but I believe in my debugging tutorial I have already explained. You need to create a text file like this: function command equal to /h, title equal to debugger, type equal to system command. So like this, you create a notepad file, put it on your desktop. It's very useful. So whenever you get a pop-up somewhere, example 103, let's say go to 103. So it could be any pop-up. So whenever there is a pop-up, you cannot do a /h. So this notepad file is going to be very helpful. Let's say you give some material here. So if you hit on select views, you can see that I got a pop-up. So when we get a pop-up, this won't work. I cannot do a /h, so I need to go to my desktop, drag this file, come to that window, drop it on the pop-up, debug is on. Now if you do anything, it will take you to debugging. So this is a very important concept. It will help you to resolve many issues in your project. Quick thing, I'm going to remove this. Slowly I think we are moving towards our agenda. Okay, operation on string, field symbols, subroutines, so many things are still pending. Now before join, I will go with update statement. Let's finish this quickly. So what we can do, let's say we have this. Okay, so on the screen, on using a save statement, we are deleting the records from this G table. because the first level of this output gives me the data from VBAK. It's all VBAK. So let's go to the VBAK table. So you can extend this table. Many times you'll come across this scenario wherein you need to add a custom field in your standard table, and obviously if the field is added you need to get it updated or something. It could be like BAPI extension, which I'll cover after quite some time. It's going to take a long time, or by using an update statement, which is again an important one. So what you can do, like you can see already append is here. I can go to append structure. So there are two things, one is append, the other is include. So if by default include is provided, CI include, I have explained it long back, then we should go with include, otherwise we can go with append. I give a name GAP EN. Let's say test. Now if I activate this, it's basically going to activate the whole it's going to activate the complete table. So we are hitting a field, we are adding a field with name test. In real-time scenario it could be a meaningful thing, but here we just want to see the technique. So the technique would be, whenever you have a particular data in front of you, you basically, based on that data, you are going to use an update statement, and then you are going to update that particular field for that particular key field. So I hope you are getting me. Let's just wait. So it's still adding. So meanwhile I'll go to the open web pages. Open page. See, update table, set field name equal to this, where this, which means update the table, set field name value equal to some value, where key field equal to this. So this is the same thing we are going to do. Meanwhile, coming to the code inspector setting and all, I have got a very good document here. So this document is very helpful. I will add this document in the link in the website. I'm just pausing it for some time. Yeah, so it took a lot of time to activate this, because whenever you append a custom field in a standard table, it basically tries to reactivate the whole structure, the whole standard structure, and then while doing that, it also comes across the all the data which is already available. So that is why it takes a lot of time. So I know that now I know that there is a field called test which is appended in the standard transparent table VBAK. So we are going to update this field now. So I'm going to my program, and I know whenever on this screen I hit on save button, something happens. Now rather than doing something else, we are going to update this in VBAK. So right now it basically deletes the data from the Z table. Let it do that, we are not bothered about it, but then whenever we are reading IT_VBAK with the selection field and then hitting on save, I want to update the value of test corresponding to that sales order. Update VBAK set test equal to, let's say, test where equal to, sorry, WebLAN, we have to do VBAK WebLAN equal to WAVBAK hyphen VBAK. multi printer and then activate this. So we are just passing the key fields against which we are going to update the value of a particular field which will not be updated by a custom process. Sorry, standard process. So if I execute this, now if I do this, if I select this, whatever, and then if I hit on the save button, so the expectation is that for 4969 the value should be updated. Go back, go here. So it's not a recommended approach every time. We are not going to do this, but then whenever we really need to do it, we have no other option, because it consumes a lot of memory, it affects the performance. So you can see the value updated as test. Now the benefit of this is that my other data that remains intact, it's not disturbed. Only this particular only this particular field is updated. So this is the update statement. Now these two things are pending operations on subroutine. These three things will quickly work on join statements now. So I'll go to SAP. I'll create a new program to understand it better. So if you remember earlier what we were doing, if we want to fetch the data from multiple tables, we were using for all entries concept. We already have data in one table. Let's say I have materials in one table, and then I want to fetch the description in other internal table. So what I'm doing, I'm using a for all entry statement. So now that is the better approach for all entries. Whatever is the case, we should for all entries only we should use it. But then few people say that if you are having just 2 or 3 tables, you can use an inner join statement also. Inner join, basically there are 2 kind of joins, in fact 3 kind of. One is inner join, the other is left outer join, third one is right outer join. So the difference basically here is that inner join will fetch only common values, left outer join will fetch all the values from the first table and then the values which are available in the second table. Similarly, so even if there is no value available in the second table, it will fetch the value from the first table and append it in the internal table. Third one is right outer join, it's just other way around. It will fetch everything from the second table and then common things from the first table. So we'll write a simple thing and then it will help you to explore it further. getting a call. Yeah, so we'll continue this again. So I have created a new program and we'll try to understand the concept of joins here. So okay, let's go to change mode. So in the top, what I'm going to do, I'm going to declare an internal table in which I'm going to pull the data from two different tables. So my material number, type, material number, material type, material type, and material description, material description. So please note that this one comes from MAKT, these two comes from MARA. End of table underscore. Now underscore MARA type. So this is how we declare our internal table. Let's activate this. Now we are creating supporting. So I'm not putting all the events here because it's not required. So here I'm going to paste the data row select up to 10 rows. So before that we will just revisit the syntax. So here what we are going to do, select the fields into the internal table. So we'll give the first table name here and then inner join the second table on. So on the basis of which combination you are hitting both the tables. So basically that would be the key fields. So it would be like an array and give this symbol here. And then see MAKT. From MARA, inner join MAKT, and then you can see this internal table also we need to mention and then give this join condition. Then MAKT into table IP underscore MARA on MARA equal to MAKT up to 10 rows, something like this. so that system is also able to understand. Like this, up to 10 rows, where so we are going to write the output here. Right. Something like this. So you can see that what I'm getting here. Basically, this is the material type, material description. Only mistake which I did is so the material type, material description. So this one is coming from Mara, this one is coming from Mara, MARA, this is coming from MAKT. Now I want you, you guys can do it. Just you need to do an experiment here. You need to change this from inner join to left outer join. So what this will do, now it's not making any difference, but then if there is a particular record which, let's say, which doesn't have a description available in MAKT table, then also system is going to pull that record, so it will be displayed like this and blank. If I do it as right outer join, so it's not taking up the syntax. Okay. So anyway, then we will not talk about right outer join, simple left outer join. So just understand the concept. In left outer join, it will work as good as inner join if there are data available in both the tables. If no data available in the second table, then the record in the first table will be captured. So it will be here, but it won't be here. It will be blank. But in case of inner join, this and this will come only when there is a record available in both the tables, which means there is a description for this material available in MAKT table. So that is the concept of join. So I think we are good for today. This and this. Okay, so I'll just cover these topics in the next tutorial, probably tomorrow. So I will catch you again tomorrow. Till then, just you go through the concept and then be prepared, because these things are going to act as a basic for the other advanced topics. So I'll just close this for today and then catch you again later.